process. Okay, so we have the consignment process, we have a third party process, stock transporter, okay, and pipeline, RTP, sales order procurement. So there are so many kind of the different processes are there. Okay, so we'll discuss about the one by one. Okay, so let's go to the first vendor consignment process. So this is the one type of the process which is very important, and this is the special stock procurement. Most of the interview questions, okay. So yeah, most of the interviews they will ask about this vendor consignment. So why sir? Why they especially asking about the vendor consignment process? Because the vendor consignment process is just slightly different than the standard process. So what is the difference here? So anyone can help? Can anyone can give me idea about what is the vendor consignment process?
Means we are getting the stock from in our premises from the client, I mean from the vendor. Then we are selling it. Whenever we utilize those stock, then only we will pay for those stock.
Pay for the customer, vendor.
Yeah,
Correct,
for the
correct.
vendors.
Yeah, correct. So vendor consignment, the process is the one type of the agreement. Okay, vendor, we requesting a vendor to keep the stock in our premises. Okay, whenever we require the stock, we will be utilizing the stock and we will be paying the only utilized stock. Until we utilize the stock, the ownership of the stock is remaining to the vendor only. Okay, when the ownership will be changed only when you are utilizing the stock and paying the amount. Those cases only. Okay, it will be the ownership will be changed. Okay, so there is a two cases are there. One case, either you can utilize the stock directly, and that means you can consume the stock and we can pay the amount, or uh, and finally maybe you can take the decision like, I don't want to go with vendor consignment, I need to be move the stock completely from vendor consignment stock to our own stock. In that case, you can transfer the stock from the vendor consignment stock to our own stock, and you can pay the amount remaining. How the P2P cycle is happening, the same process you can do it. Okay, so there is the two cases are there. So okay, now vendor consignment process, we have the one master data is very important. That is a purchasing info record. Okay, so this is the must ensure for the vendor consignment process. Okay, so why it is very important? Because the price and the tax values, all it is picking from the info record. Sir, why sir it is picking from the info record? We don't have in the PO the price and in tax code. No, we don't have tax details and we don't have price details in the PO because we requesting this to keep the stock in our premises. While creating the PO only itself, we are informing that, boss, this is the consignment process as we agreed earlier. Okay, we are just you just keep the stock in our premises. Whatever maybe settlement, everything it will be based on our agreement. What we discussed in the info record at the time initial stage. So this is because of that we are not proposing any price and tax values, tax code values in the uh, PO level. Okay, while creating info record itself, we have to be maintain the price and we have to maintain the tax code. These two are mandatory. So that's why purchasing info record is mandatory for the vendor consignment, and moreover, you should not create a standard info record. You should create a consignment info record. Clear? I hope you already aware about this info category. Info category consignment. How many people remember this one? Info category consignment while creating info record.
We have to click on that consignment windows.
Yeah, so there is a radio button is there while creating the info record. There is a radio button is there. There is a like standard in and consignment pipeline. Okay, so we have subcontracting. These four we have radio button. So each and every radio button will represent the one info record for the especially for the special procurement process. I think we already discussed this last time. Okay, if you didn't remember, please revise the old videos. Okay, you will get idea about that. So purchase info record is mandatory. Whatever the material you are buying from this vendor, okay, you have bought this vendor, that you need to be create a info record with info category consignment. Clear? So let's go to this one. Let's go to create a info record. Okay, so go to M11, okay, the info record creation M11, and here if you see that these are the options here: standard, subcontracting, pipeline, consignment. If you have selected the consignment, that means the system will create the info record for the only it is represented to consignment process. Okay, it's not represented to standard. Okay, and let's go to the creation of the vendor. Okay, so let's create the info record. Okay, it is already there. Okay, it's not there. Okay, okay. Now I'm just you can enter the details what we required here. Okay, as I said that we need to be maintain some details which is like tax code, because in the PO we are not entering any tax code here. Okay, somebody they change. Okay. 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 Then other than this one, okay, the price is mandatory. These two are the mandatory here. Okay. So somebody they deleted the tax codes. Okay. Let me try this one. Oh my god. Why these people are doing? Okay. Anyway. Okay. So I just entered this tax code. Tax code is mandatory and the price. So if you have any other conditions, you can enter the pricing conditions here. Okay.
So we can change the text, by OBBG,
Sorry.
by using OWBG code. We can change this taxation, no?
Yeah, we can change the tax procedure, tax everything. Okay. But there is a necessary settings from the finance side also. They have to map the this IGST, those condition types are there from the finance side. They have to map. Okay.
Okay.
So that is not it won't be take it won't be like it will be complete within the 5 minutes or 10 minutes. Okay. It will be take time. Okay.
Okay.
So generally they will maintain in the FTXP. FTXP is the tax code creation. So which country it is, based on the country you have to be select. Okay. And there you have to be create the tax codes. Okay. So the tax code, whatever it is created, it is showing here. So if suppose I'm just entering this tax code P1, okay, I just go to inside. So they didn't maintain any prices here. Okay, but if they maintain the like 10% or something, which is like, okay, so that will be represented to input tax code. So again here, what will be happen? This will again what you can see here. There is a when you selecting this one, you can also see here what type of the tax code this is, input tax code or output tax code. Okay, if it is input tax code, then only MM people will use. If it is output tax code, sales people will use. Okay, where whatever the stock which is going out, they are using output tax code. Whatever the stock which we are in incoming goods, those are we are using the input tax code. Okay, clear? Okay, so now this info record which we are creating here, okay, and say, so this is the, if you see here, it's clearly mentioning that the info record which is created, okay, which purchase organization with the info category K, okay, info category K. So this is the one, it's mandatory, okay. The other mandatory term is, okay, there is a output determination, okay, output determination, that means printout, okay. So for this printout, okay, you need to be do the configuration, okay. There is a consignment related KONS, okay. For this, you need to be maintain the output condition type, okay, which get A, B, C or something, right? So if it is not maintained still, what you need to maintain, you have to maintain that here. So this is the what is the purpose of this one? This is the printout purpose, because we are doing the automatic settlement, right? Consignment, in the consignment process, we are doing automatic settlement, right? Is it automatic settlement or manual doing?
It
Is
is
it we are
automatic.
doing automatic settlement or manual settlement? How we know that whether it is automatic or manual?
It's based on the MRP, right?
Not MRP. Okay, it's based on the process, because we already informed, right? Whenever we are withdraw the stock, we are paying the amount. That means the system will recheck that how much you are utilized the stock. Based on that, the system will allowing to do the automatic payment. So here we are not expecting any vendor invoice from the vendor. If we are receiving the invoice from the vendor, that is a manual invoice we are entering. But if it is automatically paying from the system, that is the automatic payment. Why here it is automatic payment? Because the vendor don't know, right, how much you are utilized. Okay, once the system is generated the automatic invoice only, the vendor know that, okay, boss, you utilized the 10 pieces. Okay, why? Because every day he will not come and he will counting the stock, right? So he is believing you and you are paying the amount. So the system validating that how much you are consuming the stock. Okay, clear? Okay, so this is the automatic payment. Okay, now let's go to ME21 and creation of the purchase order. Okay, and you can use any of the document type. There is no restrictions here. Okay, and vendor and address details you have to use whatever info record which you created. Based on the info record, you have to be enter the details. Okay, and here the item category. So in the PO, for standard and for other process, how we are differentiating based on the item category. So when you are selecting the different type of the item category, that means that represents the different process. Depends on the what you selection. Might be you are selecting consignment, you are selecting subcontracting, you might be selecting a third party service, like. Okay, so we'll discuss one by one those points. Let me go with the consignment process. Okay, now selecting the K. Okay, now my material which I'm entering here, and my plant I'm entering here. Okay, and how much do you require? I'm just assuming that, okay, I just need the some kind of the 1 lakh quantity. Okay, so as I discussed here, okay, this is the when you selected item category K, the system automatically disappear the condition and invoice tab. If you see that in the standard purchase order, the condition tab and invoice tab will be appeared. But here, when you selected the K, consignment K, okay, the condition tab and invoice tab will be disappeared. That means, okay, whatever the payment related, automatic payments related, okay, all these you should be update in the info record level only. Then only the automatic payments will be referring to the info record for all the details. Okay, so here you just need to be check that how much you order, and if you have the message type, if you want to be maintain the message type, you can maintain. Okay, so whatever the message types it is there, you can maintain. Okay, okay. So day by day, actually they're changing everyone. Okay. Okay, so what is the purpose of the messages? Printout purpose. Okay, if you need to generate the printout, you should maintain the messages. Okay, so if you configure the output determination, automatic determination, okay, then this will come automatically. So here since we didn't complete the automatic determination, right, output determination, so you have to be entered manually now. Okay, and you can see the print preview here by clicking on the print preview. You can see here. Okay, this is the printout. In the real time, depends on the client requirement. You can customize your own forms. Okay, the technical team ABAPer will do the changes and will design the how he need, the output how he need, that design he will do. Might be he need the client logo, he need the plant address, he need the company address, he need the company registration address, and he need the company GST number, he need some CST number. All these details will be entered. Okay, so that you need to be designed using the ABAPers. Okay. So now once this PO is created, okay, PO save. Now we ordered the PO, we ordered this 1 lakh products. So we informed to the vendor by output. We just informed to the vendor, but this is the consignment PO. Okay, and here also if you see that, okay, there is no information of the net value. Okay, because it is a consignment. Okay. Okay, and coming back to here. Okay, now the next step, generally P2P cycle, what is the next step? Once you create a PO, once you created a PO, what is the next step?
Follow up.
We are receiving the GR. Yeah, follow up is there. Okay, that follow up might be, yeah, we already sent this information. We are just get the confirmation, all things. Okay, let's take about that one. So after once PO is completed, they dispatch the stock. Okay, now we are doing the receipt of the goods. Okay, so we are receiving the stock now. Okay, MIGO. Okay, now tell me if I receive the stock from the vendor. Okay, did this is this stock is our ownership stock or it is the vendor ownership stock?
Vendor ownership.
Yeah,
Vendor.
so this is a vendor ownership stock because we clearly mentioned that, boss, this is not our own stock, this is the consignment stock. That's why it's clearly mentioning here. Okay, when you're receiving the stock, it is coming here indicator. If you see the standard one, okay, it will show you only 101, but here it is showing 101K. So the K is representing the consignment stock. Okay, now I'm just receiving the stock, just putting into my own stock. Okay, might be ABC, right? ABC 1. I'm just putting the stock here. Okay, now can anyone give idea about that? What is the accounting impact here?
Sorry, sir. Repeat also.
What is the accounting impact here while receiving the goods? What
It
is the
doesn't impact any.
Sorry.
There is no impact in the accounting rate because we are using the account assignments.
Yeah,
It directly
correct.
goes to the
Yeah.
accounting.
So here we just agreeing with the vendor, boss. This is a still it is with your ownership only. I'm just giving the place. You can keep the stock in our premises. Whenever I just need, I'm just withdraw the stock from your end. Then only my ownership is changing. So at the time of GR, there is no accounting impact. So I'm just check and post. Okay, this posting possibility is there. Okay. Let's go to the. So last time somebody they asking about this question, MMPV. Okay, I think I repeated 2 to 3 times this one. How to closing the periods. Okay, so if it is showing like 2022 9, 2022 8, that means currently it is 9th period. Okay, but we are in the 10th period, right? So we have to go in the MMPV. Okay, we have to be enter that what is the company code. You can see here the company code. Okay, then get ABC. Okay, none. Which period you want to be open? 11th period you need to be open. So I just enter the 11th period and which year you want to be. So this you have to do one by one. Okay, if it is a 7th period, then you have to be open the 8th period, 9th period, 10th period. Okay, so you cannot directly jump to the 10th period. Okay, you have to be do one by one. Okay, so and execute this here. Enter. Okay, now. Okay, now okay, sorry. This that ABC, right?
Yes, JDABS and period is also 9th period. We
No, it's
entered
9th
11th.
period, right? It's okay, this 10th period. Okay, sorry. Okay. Now execute this one. Okay. Yeah, so now it's converted. 10th period. Okay. Okay. Now just click on check. Now we are not getting any information. Okay. Now the purchasing organization you created with the ZAPC. Okay, purchasing info card not found with the ZAPC, but we are created with the ZAB1. Okay, that's why the system not allowing to do the GR, because the info card which you created with the wrong info purchasing organization. So this is the case. So what you need to be enter here ZABC. You also need to be created with the ZABC. You have to be created for the ZABC.
Or we can change the PO for the purchase organization.
Yeah, we can change that also, or we can go ahead. You should be aware about this one, right? Tomorrow, if
Yeah.
you get this problem, so at least you should be aware about that. Why it is coming like this, right? So if we sorted out this one, maybe it is very helpful to you, right? Tomorrow, maybe, right?
Yeah, okay.
So I'm just entering the price and other details and tax code details. And if anything which is required, you can enter and save. Okay, now let me try again my GO. Okay, so document okay. So we sorted out the document period because we opened the MM periods. Okay, and the second one is the info record which is not exist for the existing purchase organization. Okay, so then check and post. Okay, so there is no accounting impact here. So obviously we don't expect any FI documents here. So there is no subsequent document for the accounting because there is no accounting impact. Okay, sir, you can ask me question like, sir, if I have the 1,000 stock, and out of 1,000 stock, if I'm getting 100 stock from the vendor consumer stock, how I can differentiate in the my stock levels? Okay, so especially this type of the special stocks, SAP they provided that. Okay, there is separate indicator. It is reserved. Okay, by just clicking on stock overview, you can see that the vendor consumer stock is separately it is displayed. Okay, so it won't be clubbed to it won't be there in the our own plan, own store location. It is there in the separately. It is reserved for the vendor consumer stock. Okay, if you want to utilize the stock also, you should select the vendor consumer stock only. Okay, you cannot select this stock. Okay, clear? So for vendor consumer stock, it will be displayed separately. Okay, whenever you are withdraw the stock, it will be reduced from here. Clear? Okay. Now, as of now, the process what we are doing, we created the info record, we created a PO, we created the GR. So we received the stock, but we are not paying any amount as of now because we already informed we are not utilizing immediately. So as per our agreement, we just we will be pay amount only after we withdraw the stock. Okay, let me how to consume the stock. So there is a two ways we can do it. One is you can do consumption, or second one is you can finalize that. Okay, I don't want to go with vendor consumption stock. I just need to be transfer the stock to our own stock. So there is a two ways. So the first process is goods issue to cost center. So this is the movement type 201K. Okay, so 201K. So 201 is a normal goods issue cost center. That means whenever you get the requirement from the department, any department, HR department, finance department, any department, if they requested, you can directly do the goods issue to cost center with 201. But in this case, it is specially for the consumer stock. We are entering the K. Okay. So now let's go to MIGO and select the goods issue and others. Okay, just to see here what we are selecting here, goods issue and others. Okay, and 201 K. We are entering K, right? Consignment stock. Okay, generally, if you want to do the normal stock from normal stock to any department issue, we can do directly with 201. But here the vendor consignment stock we want to consume the stock, right? So in that case, we are using 201K. Okay. Once I enter these details, enter. Okay. So we also need to be checked that down also. Okay, whether it is updated or not clearly. Okay. In the where tab, it is mandatory to check that in the where tab it is updated or not updated. Okay. Now I'm just going to the my stock. I just want to utilize the my stock. Okay. So I'm just entering that material number. Okay. Suppose I'm just assuming that I need 10,000 materials. Okay, 10,000. I just want to consume the 10,000. Okay. Now 201K, and you can mention that which plant and which location it is there. Okay, and moreover, you also need to be entered the vendor number because okay, you have selected the consignment stock, right? You also need to be entered the which vendor consignment stock this is. Okay, so you need to be select this vendor consignment stock by who is the vendor. Okay, so what's the PO number here? Okay, this is the window. Okay, we selected this. Okay, then we created. Okay, so when you are selecting the cost center, okay, you also need to be entered the which cost center. It is HR department, finance department, how it is like. You need to be selected also. Okay, so let me select that. Okay, okay, then purchase record. Okay, so my question is here. Is this my PO? No, it's not my
No,
PO.
it's not.
No, sir. Actually,
That's
that
why
is my,
I'm just getting doubt. Why? Because it should be started with 6 series, right? I just getting
that is
doubt
my
here.
PO. I created that PO actually while practicing.
Okay, let me find my from the table. I will just find this. Okay, KO. Okay, I'm just entering the KO created on today. 12 it is created and created by my ID. Whatever it is ID it is there, I can do the ID. Okay, okay, this is the vendor. Okay, so now I'm just changing the vendor number also. Where is it's called?
Boards issue. Boards issue.
Is there? Huh?
Yeah, it's a boards issue.
Okay. Yeah. Yesterday entering the my window. Okay. Now just check this one. Okay, recorded. Now, so now it is impacting on the accounting because we are issuing the stock. The system considering that okay, we are utilizing the stock from the consignment stock, so you need to be paid the amount to the vendor. So for this again, you need to be do the configuration from the finance side, OBYC to map the GL accounts. Okay. So let's go to OBYC and what is the GBP? Okay, and GBP and the chart of account is IND. Enter. Now the combination is space VBR and VAC1. Okay. So VBR VAC1. Okay, let's copy this one. Here VAC1. Okay. Now let me try this. I thought okay. Now again. Okay. There is again one more problem which we getting that the account. What are the account which you selected that is not matching here. Okay. So we try. I have to select the GL account also. Okay, I have to select the GL account also. It is not matching here. So what GL account I need to select? Let me try one or two GL account. If I could not able to find the GL account, then we'll see previous documents, anyone who posted. Okay, so there is no GL account. Okay, so what we can do in this case, we don't know what is GL account, right? Let's see if someone is posted any of the GL accounts. Okay, so which is not equal to 0, equal to 0, not equal to 0, and cost center is not equal to 0. Okay, so let me use this GL account here. Okay, let me check this one. Okay, now it's okay. Okay, now I'm just posting here. Okay, so I'm just consuming the stock here. So my HR department or administrative department, they requested that, okay, I require this stock. So I'm utilizing the stock here. So 10,000 or something, which I 1 lakh, it's utilizing this one. So here the system will consider, right? Okay, this is the stock which you are consuming, outside stock. So you need to be settle the amount. Okay. So this amount you need to be clear to vendor. Okay, and this is the consumption account. Okay, now let's see MMB stock. Okay, now we have the stock, right? We'll just refresh this one. Okay, now the stock is reduced here. Okay, from the consumer stock, it is reduced. Okay, so this is the one case. Now, how to settle the automatic payment here? Okay, for the for consignment and pipeline, there is a process, same process. Okay, MRKO is that transaction code. Okay, so this is a MRKO for consignment pipeline settlement. So the system itself does checking that, okay, what are the pending payments are there for this vendor at consignment level or pipeline level, that it will be checking that. Okay, now what I'm just entering that, I have posting date, right? Today date. I can enter the posting date, or you can enter the material document number. If you have document date or plan material number, whatever it is there, you can enter. Okay, let's go with the display. Okay, and just execute. Okay, see here, this is the amount which you need to be clear, 67,270 here. So the status is still, it is not settled. Okay, now what you need to do, you have to go in the settle, you have to select the settlement and execute this one. Then the system automatically process the payment. So document is created, the document also it is posted. We don't need to do anything here manually. It's automatically, the system is clearing. Okay, so the system automatically processing the payment. Okay, the to finance team. Okay, you have to pay this amount with including the tax, because input tax code we entered, right, in info record. That info record tax code which is capturing here. Okay. Okay, now you can, if you want to see that settle withdrawals, you can see here. Okay, if you have to be entered a document number, it's okay. Okay, okay, display, we'll see. You can find anything. Okay, now it's here. Now, if you see here in the messages, okay, this is the MR91. MR91 is the output to generate. Okay, if you want to be generate output and informing to the vendor, you can inform to vendor by generating the output. Okay, so here you can see that you can generate the output here. Okay, you can see the print preview. Okay, consumer stock accounting, and which is the amount which we paid, and tax 10%, everything which the total amount which we are paying. Okay, and you can execute this one. The system automatically generating the output here. Okay, output is successfully generated. You can check in the printer. What are the printer it is configured in the client place? That printer is automatically printing this output. Okay, so this is the for consumption. Okay, direct consumption. In case boss, okay, I just want to transfer some stock here to my own stock. Okay, I don't want to continue all the stock in the vendor consumer stock. Might be I just want to be take it up ownership for 50,000 or 10,000 or 10 lakhs something, whatever it might be. Okay, in that case, if the client is expecting that, okay, what you can do, you can move the stock, you can transfer the stock. Okay, you can transfer the stock by selecting the transfer posting, others, and we have to be select the 411K. So the moment type is very important, guys. Okay, each and every process have the one moment type. Each moment type will give the one process, one kind of a process. Subcontracting had a different moment types. Okay, and standard GR have the different moment types. Consumption have the different. So these moment types are very very important. You have to buy out. Okay, there is no logic, nothing is there. Okay, all one series it is related to goods received. Okay, all goods received, returns, all vendor related. All two series it is mostly it is goods issue. All three series it is like transfer posting. All four it's like a same kind of transfer posting. Okay, so like we have so many from 100 to we have around 899 standard moment types are there. Okay, so from MM point of view, some of the moment types are very important. Okay, every module have their own moment types. Even SD have the moment types. Okay, now I'm just transferring the stock here. I'm just selecting this material number here and my plan. Okay, and ABC one store location. If you want to be move to some other different store location, you can do it, or you can keep it in the same store location or different one. If you want to do, you can do it. Okay, I'm just putting into to differentiate into different store location here, and I'm just planning that something like 10 lakh something. Okay, just 1 lakh or something which I'm planning. Okay, so now you can see in the here you have to change this one 411K. And you need to be entered the vendor details as well. Okay, so what's the vendor number again? Okay, and other details, whatever it is required, you can enter here. Okay, so we're just transferring the stock to my own stock. Okay, whatever, that's why here it is showing one side, left side, it is showing special stock, but right side, it's not showing anything. Okay, the left side only it is showing a consignment stock. That means from consignment stock to our own stock, we are transferring. Okay, so before going to this one, I just want to show you that in ABC2, what is the stock we have. Okay. So where we can see the stock, MMB stock overview, we can see in the MMB. So I'm just entering that plant only. Let's see. Okay, ABC1 have the stock, but ABC2 don't have any stock. Okay, let's try in the ABC2. Okay, now check. Okay, okay, this material is not extended. Okay, that's fine. We'll extend. So if you want to extend or if you want to maintain some other views, the same transaction MM01 only. Okay, so you can go to MM01, enter the material number, and select the what views we required. Okay, so here only I need general data because sales data I missed that only store location data. That store location data which will be there in the plan data store location. So I'm just maintaining this data. So here I'm just maintaining here. Now just check that. Okay, document. Okay. So because I just extended to my location 2 also. Okay, so there is a possibility also automatic store location update also, which is there. Okay, that is a separate configuration in case, okay, if the client is don't need to be extend to the store location manually, they want to be automatically allowing to the all the store location. In that case, you can put it automatic store location extension. Okay, that we will discuss separately. Okay, now check and post. Okay, now the document is posted. So here also the accounting impact is there because I just consuming. I'm just taking the stock from vendor consumer stock. That means legally you are taking the stock from the consumer stock. So here you will get the inventory account because the stock which is coming to my own stock, right? So the account inventory account will be increased. Okay, and other than this, we have to be paid the amount to the consumption. Okay, consumption we have to be clear here. Okay, now let's see that I'm just refreshing this one, whether I got the stock or not. Okay, the ABC2, the stock is updated. Okay, from here to here, I'm just transfer the stock. Okay, now again, we need to do the automatic settlement. Okay, so MRKO, the same process. Okay, automatic payment settlement. Okay, again, you can enter the posting date. Okay, and you can see that is there any pending is there. Okay, yeah, we have one pending, it is there. Okay, then go back and I need to be settled here. Just select the settle and execute. Now the settlement is done. Okay, now the process for the financial. Okay, for payment it is processed. Okay, so again, the printing output, everything it is same. There is nothing is different. Only difference is movement type. Movement type is 411K here, and consumption it is a 201K. Okay. So this is the way we can so in the real time how it will be works. Okay. So they will get the stock, lump sum stock from the vendor. Okay. So whenever they need, suppose today I just withdraw the 10 times. Okay. So by evening, what they will do, they will run the background job. The background job is nothing but like it, the system, instead of manually I'm running MRKO. Okay, I'm just manually running MRKO, right? So in the background job, what will be happen? We are informing to the system, boss, okay, this program should run automatically by every evening 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock. I'm just giving the time. Okay, just run that. Okay, so by evening 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock, whatever the pending all transfer postings or consumptions, all it is there, all it will be settled automatically at a time. Okay, so we don't need to be run this MRKO also manually. Okay, so that is the concept of background job configuration. Okay, job setting, that is. Okay, that we will discuss as a separate task. Okay, so this is the process vendor consumption process. Okay, there is a two process here. One is either you can consume the stock or you can withdraw the stock. Okay, clear?